What's up, everybody? This is Armand Adibi from Adibi Army Supplements, top contest prep coach, supplement owner. Today I'm going to talk about the raws coming in from China to the U.S., how that's going to stop, and I'm going to talk about the Sarms Control Act of 2019. Okay, so I'm reading off from here. First, I'm going to talk about the Sarms Control Act of 2019. A lot of people probably have heard, they might not know what it means. We're going to clear up some things. I'm going to read straight from here. So, number one, new China export laws. So, on November 18th, 2019, China introduced new laws banning production and export of Sarms, as well as steroids, peptides, nootropics, and more. These laws go into effect January 1st, 2020. No Sarms will be exported out of China as of December 25th, 2019. China is the only source that produces at that scale. Okay, so what do we expect? Okay, we expect global shortages within the next few months, including the U.S. Significant price increases across the industry as supplies decrease, including the U.S. Lesser quality watering down of product from some sellers. Non-Chinese labs will begin producing Sarms. Okay. Number two, U.S. 2019 Sarms Control Act. One day later, on November 19th, the U.S. Senate reintroduced the Sarms Control Act, at this time fixing issues with the 2018 version. When the bill passes, Sarms will join steroids as Schedule III controlled substances. Okay, so they reintroduced the bill. As of right now, Sarms are not illegal and they are not a Schedule III drug like anabolic steroids, okay? What do we expect? Passage of the bill sometime during 2020, so maybe sooner than later. Acquiring Sarms will be difficult to impossible for buyers and sellers. U.S.-based sellers, including the U.S., will discontinue selling Sarms, okay? What does it all mean? That, you know, it could be the end of the era. Who really knows? Okay. We see, you know, all the raws are coming from China. You know, China is so far ahead of other countries, including the U.S. And, you know, they are so smart, their distribution system, how we've been getting, you know, everything from China, you know, all our medicines, drugs. You know, a lot of people are panicking right now. They don't know what to do. Okay. So as of right now, Sarms are legal. You can, you know, they're for research purposes only. So you're not supposed to take them, okay? I have a product, it's called Ceromax, okay? It's MK677. A lot of people thinks that's Sarms. That's a secretagogue. So that's still legal. Hopefully that stays legal because that's an awesome product. You can pick that up on my site, armandadb.com. There's a lot of MK products out there that I have tried. They're underdosed. They're dropper liquid form, which I hate because the dosing is inconsistent and some of the liquid stuff burns your throat. I've had people that have esophagus problems from using it. Okay, next thing I'm going to talk about, the China brings criminal punishments for doping. Okay, this is a huge deal. This is a problem that's going to be, you know, this has never happened, okay? Okay, so I'm going to read this right now. The Supreme People's Court of China brought long-heard criminal punishments for certain doping activities into law here on Monday. The country's highest court announced judicial on the application of criminal law handling cases related to doping, which will go into effect January 1st, 2020. The changes are aimed at criminalizing such activities as the trafficking and illegal businesses operation of banned substances. Okay? Including performance-enhancing drugs. The production and sale of banned drugs will also be subject to criminal punishments, okay? So what this means for people in China doing this, they are subject to criminal punishments, where before they were not. So, you know, here's what this means, okay? So everybody that doesn't know, everybody gets all their raw materials from China to make anabolic steroids, which are illegal and a class 3 drug. So they get the raw shipped over here as powder. People have home labs, whether it be their kitchen or whatever. They make this, they get the oils, everything they need to make the steroids, which is pretty simple. Anybody can go online and read how to do it. And that's how steroids have been being made lately. Some people still get it from legit pharmacies overseas, but that's how the black market, steroids have been being made. So what's going on is these raws are not going to be coming here like they used to. So, let's say I'm producing steroids, which I never have and I never would. That's totally legal and that's some serious trouble. So what they are doing is their connection in China, they are telling them, hey, we are not, sending any more raw powders anymore. Okay. So, because they're getting such harsh criminal punishments for the Chinese. So they're scared. They don't know what that means. They don't want to be locked away for the rest of their lives. They don't want to be taken away from their family. China's different from the U.S. It's not like a little slap on the wrist. It's completely different, okay? We have a lot of rights here that in China they do not, okay? So this is what we're going to expect, okay? Already the steroid market is full of crap, junk steroids, that come from people's kitchen, that are underground. And if you, inject that stuff, you're playing Russian roulette. People set up a lab in a kitchen. They say it's, clean. And what the funniest thing is, people always will say, oh, I've got this chemist that makes all my stuff. Okay, first off, no legitimate chemist is going to be making anabolic steroids in a kitchen, okay? They're going to be working for Dr. Pepper, some hot, they're going to have a normal job as a chemist. They're not going to be making steroids for, bodybuilders in a kitchen, okay? It takes, any bodybuilder or gym rat can look how to do it, study how to do it, order the raws from China, set up a connection, and that's what's been happening for years. Before that, everything was coming from Mexico, and then Mexico got shut down, and that was the end of that. 10 years ago or less. I don't even know the exact date. But so the raws are not coming in anymore. This all kind of started from, the opiate crisis, the fentanyl coming in, because you not only have fentanyl coming in, you have the analogs. So what will happen is fentanyl is a legal drug. It's a painkiller. They will change the analog of the drug and add it, and then it will be legal to ship it over as a research chemical, and it's killing so many people. Okay, that's what's killing everybody, and I think that's what sparked everything with all these raws being sent over. I've had friends, they were getting a lot of things seized because they were customs was thinking, this is powder. Must be fentanyl, when it in reality was, just, steroids, whether it be Deca, the certain kind of powder they're using to make the steroid, okay? So listen, people think this is a joke. I've told people, hey, I don't know what's going to happen with competing, because already there's junk, there's junk products out there, all these steroids black marketed, people are taking. I know this is going to happen. A lot of people, connection, if they're telling them the truth, they should be telling them, hey, we're being cut off. We can't do this anymore. But a lot of people are saying, no, we're still getting the raws. They're still getting shipped over, or we're getting shipped from India or whatever. It's not easy to get them shipped from over there. Okay. They're going to get seized. But, everything was coming from China. So they had this operation and distribution that was coming to the U.S. and other countries that was just very, very intelligent. Okay. You're going to see a lot more fake steroids. There's already tons of fake steroids. There's going to be even more because people are just going to start putting oil in the bottles, or they're going to have, raw powders left over, and they're going to make it last. And they're just going to put a little bit of the ingredient in the bottle. So let's say you're supposed to have, 200 milligrams a shot. You're going to be getting like 50 milligrams a shot. Okay. So what does this mean? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with the people over there? Who knows what's going to happen with the laws being punished and all that? But people are freaking out, the people that know what's going on. So the competitive world, I see on stage already, all these people taking fake stuff. So this includes the Sarms too, that, all the raws come from China. So, hey, people that's doing it, that's manufacturing it, I don't know what to tell y'all. I mean, y'all are going to have a hard time, And if you get the powders, they're going to be super expensive because it's supply and demand, because they are halting and cutting off. And I have several friends and people I know that manufacture it in large quantities, and they are just quitting. They're not doing it anymore. They're like, okay, this is a sign that we need to stop doing this. People's personal belief on whether it's okay or not. I mean, I don't care if someone takes steroids. I think everybody should be allowed to take them. Look at alcohol that kills so many people, and people want to talk about roid rage and stuff like that. That's ridiculous. Alcohol causes rage, causes violence. If you take steroids and you're getting violent and going crazy, you're either too young, so when you're too young, your hormones are already out of control. Add steroids to that, they're going to be even more crazy. So I don't even recommend people taking steroids until they're 20, 21 years old. So I believe people should be able to take whatever they want. I don't care. We want to see bigger, stronger, faster in sports. We want to see in bodybuilding freaks on stage. They did it one year at People Being Natural, and it was a disaster. People looked terrible, but they're making a huge deal out of it. People that don't know what steroids even are, mostly government, police officials, they don't even know what they are. So they're just like, oh, steroids are bad. Steroids are horrible. But you ask somebody, what is a steroid? There's all different kinds of steroids. Steroids are actually, great for a lot of people. I have kids that are on steroids because they have growing disabilities. They have, bone problems that they need to strengthen their bones. So it helps people with injuries. It helps people with longevity of life. And you have things like cigarette and alcohol. We all know why those are legal, just being taxed, and that's killing people. Alcohol is terrible. People are drinking and driving, killing people. Domestic violence, killing people, killing spouses. Steroids, what do? Really, people want to talk about roid rage. I think that's BS. I don't think that even exists unless, like I said, you're 18 years old, 17 years old, your hormones are already through the roof, your testosterone levels are through the roof, and then you add steroids onto it. That's dangerous. And not dangerous, but that's going to make you aggressive. And if you don't know how to control that aggression, that's your own problem. That means you have your own anger issues. But let's get back to the raws. So, it's not coming, okay? So just look for, and people's going to say anything. They're going to say, oh, my guys still get the raw powders in. They're still going to be shipped. Everything's fine. BS. They're going to be sending their money off. People in China are just going to start keeping the people's money, not sending stuff over. So what does this mean for bodybuilding, for sports? Who knows? I think the physiques are going to go even more downhill, which, they already have in competing in the past several years. You have people that look terrible on stage that don't even need to be on stage. And now you're going to have, people getting, fake, even more fake stuff. And people's going to say, oh, no, this is real. This is good. This so-and-so, and make up some BS story, which, everybody that sells, does. Or, they're going to get, who knows? Somebody might have this great source in India, and it's got some way to keep making across, customs and not get seized. But who knows? Nothing's going to be like China. So, making $5 bottles of steroids like people were, it's not going to happen anymore. Prices are going to go up tremendously, and people complain about, prices of steroids now. Oh man, that's so expensive. That's you're putting something into your body, injecting. If it was me, I don't compete anymore. So all I have to worry about is taking testosterone replacement and, maybe some growth hormone for, my joints and stuff. But I'm glad I'm not competing now, because it would be a disaster trying to get stuff, and people are ignorant out there, and they still are going to think they're going to be able to get things the same. And that's why I'm making a video. I don't make much videos anymore, but listen, I'm not one of these, YouTubers that have all this trash information that's out there. YouTube, I think I'm going off the subject a little bit. I'm on a rant, but YouTube and YouTubers, they have ruined a lot in bodybuilding, because what are people doing? They're not hiring coaches like myself. they're going on YouTube and listening to all these YouTube influencers talk about in their mom's basement what steroid cycles are good. They have no experience. They don't know what they're talking about. And kids are listening to them because they're closer in age, and they're telling them, hey, this is good, this is good, this is good. And they have no idea what they're talking about. You know, especially with the Sarms. People are saying Sarms are better than steroids. That's nuts. And it's, usually in the, teenage to early 20s, people are in love with Sarms. Sarms are nowhere near as effective as steroids. Some people swear they are. Do they work? Yes, because I've seen people they work on. Are they like steroids? No, not at all. So that's all I'm going to say. You guys can comment below. You can say whatever. You can give your ideas. What do you guys think is going to happen? Hopefully a miracle happens and everybody keeps getting their goodies and they keep competing and everything's safe. The most important thing is being safe when you're putting a substance into your body and, taking care of yourself. You can get infections. You can get a heart infection. So everybody be safe out there. Like I said, if I did say, I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm a dietitian, I'm a contest prep coach, and I'm a supplement owner. So if you want great, honest supplements, go to armandadb.com. Check out my supplements there. Like I said, I was talking about the secretagogue before, MK677. Amazing compound. They come in pills. It's non-liquid. The best MK on the market. Guaranteed. Try it. You'll love it. I also got a new pre-workout, Fully Enraged. Everybody has pre-workouts. They're all kind of the same out there. I went above and beyond, spent a little bit more money, but I make less money on the sales. But everybody that tries my pre-workout says it feels like an Adderall plus a crazy pump, but there's no crash. So guys, be safe out there. Let's see what happens in 2020 with these new laws in place, and let's see what goes on. And let's see, I know I know when I was competing, you have your little stash that you have. Oh, the world's coming to an end. It's all going to come. Well, hey, yeah, the stuff's coming to an end, the production. So most bodybuilders out there probably have a couple years stocked up to save and use. So I know when this first hit like people caught wind of this, they were trying to buy raws left and right, but they were already all sold out. So let's see what happens, guys. Be safe out there. God bless everybody. Take care.